The reason why I'm creating this YouTube channel is twofold. One, because I am kind of not in a very good position. Two, that's a good reason to finally make a YouTube channel that I would stick to this time around without just posting one or two videos. And three, not twofold, is threefold. I just forgot what I was gonna say. Yeah, I wanted to raise the vibration of the room. Pretty woo, whatever. But I think it's funny how people think that some people are living in a trance while others are not. I think everyone is living in a trance state. Um, it's almost impossible to see the world through the other person's lenses, no matter how much we think we are able to energetically perceive it, or we are empath or whatever. Um, don't mind my accent, by the way. I just realized people are not able to tell where the accent is from. It's from nowhere. Anyway, so no matter how much we think that we're able to understand the world on multiple lenses because we studied this and that, and like we are able to understand people, it's impossible to go beyond what already exists within your own mind. Most of the people are not even able to understand the differences between their subconscious mind, fears, what they probably quote unquote have from past lives, as per the belief system of how I was raised, and things like that. So it's funny how some people think that just because they have degrees, just because they worked in a specific system for more than decades, they know more about life than other people. I don't think so. I genuinely believe that most people just know more about what they thought they knew. No one is able to understand another person more than the person themselves, even if it's just how the person feels. In therapy, like as a person who has been to therapy, I just say things and they are able to tell me how I feel because it's commonly noticed. So it was created as a book in psychology, because most people who have symptoms like that usually have that, you know. That's usually how medical field works a lot. And nothing, again, even in empirical science, nothing is completely uh, exclusively true, unless it's usually about just energy. Even then, it's not exclusive. We just don't know to completion what we know. So it's funny if we just rely on the data. The world is backward. What we know as human beings in the entirety of existence is very backward as compared to what has existed. And I just find it so interesting that people would label those who dream as the crazy ones. However, I mean, look at Van Gogh. Everyone wants his paintings now. They're in the museum. He died by cutting his own ear by insanity, which I genuinely believe most insane people are driven to the point of that. Whether it's by systems, whether it's by their own brain. Uh, and the reason why no one is able to help them is because no one knows how to handle it. So that just proves it. Like, we as human beings don't really know what we think we know. And dreamers create civilization. So people like Dolores Cannon, Nostradamus, people like those are the ones that create people like Elon Musk. I mean, Elon Musk, I think, even said that there's a high chance we're not living in anywhere but a stimulation. This is a stimulation, things like that. So if your rich heroes who ideally would be a goal, whatever, by your rigid matrices of like a job and things, as a human, as a person who follows the structure, if you will, why is it that a psychotic person who was a dreamer is saying something, someone that you disrespect, by calling them woo woo or whatever, saying the same thing in a full circle as the person you want to become, is just funny. I think everyone just oscillates in between. And the two extremes are just one type of person who just knows this place for what it is, which is we don't know shit. We don't know anything, bro. We cannot imagine God. God is not a man. God is not a woman. We cannot imagine God as light. We cannot imagine God as void. We don't know. Okay? We cannot imagine if we are living in our own brain, whatever. We don't know. Okay? So it's just estimation of what people think is going on by whether going on trips of astral projection or whatever, uh, or CIA documents. We don't know what's going on. No one knows whether it's scientific or whether it's woo woo or whatever, whether it's metaphysical, whatever. We don't know shit. So it's not just some people don't know, some people are weird. No, everyone is weird. Everyone exists in a trance, and calling it such would be more wise as a society than giving importance to certain people because they know more. So you're giving God status to certain people. No wonder those people, even if it's you, is just hurting other people for the ego, because humans cannot be gods. God does not exist in human body. God exists as everything, but not as a dense frequency in terms of what we know of God. Density is a sign of not something that we would prefer. If you want a medical example, when cells become too dense, they can create cancer. Do we like it? They can create tumors. They can create discomfort, allergies, things like that. So the way that we perceive God as a holistic being who is everything is not even a being. It's just a state of mind, state of whatever. Again, I don't know. It's just what I'm thinking. We don't know. Wait till your death if you want to know. Maybe then you will know who the fuck knows. But calling some people crazy and some people not is just crazy in itself. That's me coming from a person who was recently labeled as crazy. Nah, bitch, that makes sense. Come on. Stop denying it. Because whatever, you're hurt.